How does poverty really affect us mentally? What happens to someone's mindset when they're constantly worried about money? These are the questions we'll tackle in this video, so stick around as we explore the psychological impact of growing up and living in poverty. Growing up wealthy gives you more than just material things like a nice house, a safe neighborhood, or a fridge full of food. It also gives you a sense of security and the freedom to hope for a better future. If you're not worried about how you're going to pay rent next month, you can dream big, plan ahead, and have faith that things will work out. But when you're raised in poverty, it's a completely different experience. Poverty can trap you in a mindset where you're always focused on just getting through the day, week, or month. With the cost of living skyrocketing, the little money people do have goes straight to essentials: rent, food, bills, and that's it. Dreaming of owning a home, starting a business, or saving for the future seems completely out of reach. This lack of hope can seriously impact mental health. When you can't see a clear path to a better future, it's hard to stay motivated or believe things will improve. Poverty doesn't just strip away material things, it steals your ability to think beyond just surviving, leaving people stuck in a cycle of making it through with no end in sight. The psychological effects don't stop there. Poverty also influences the kinds of financial decisions people make. According to researchers Johannes Haushofer and Ernst Fehr, the feeling of hopelessness leads people in poverty to make riskier, short-term financial choices. For example, someone living paycheck to paycheck might spend money on something they really can't afford, like a luxury item. Why? Because when your daily life is filled with stress, sometimes you just need something, anything, that makes you feel in control, even if it's temporary. It's not always about irresponsibility, it's about trying to find a small moment of happiness in a tough reality. And who can blame them? Life shouldn't just be about paying bills and struggling to make ends meet. Everyone deserves some joy, even if it's through something small, but these decisions can snowball. Taking out loans with high interest or buying things beyond your means can cause even more financial problems in the future. Another issue is when people turn to things like gambling or drinking to cope. These habits, which can be harmless for those who can afford them, become dangerous when they're used as a way to escape reality. Wealthier people might gamble for fun or drink socially, but those in poverty might end up gambling or drinking away money they need for more important things. This just leads to more stress, more financial problems, and a deeper sense of hopelessness. It's not just about money management, though. Poverty can destroy your mental health. Constantly worrying about how to make ends meet puts enormous pressure on a person's mind. People living in poverty are much more likely to suffer from anxiety, depression, and feelings of low self-worth. And here's the kicker: poor mental health makes it even harder to break free from poverty. When someone is dealing with depression or anxiety, it's hard to stay focused, be productive, or find the energy to chase new opportunities. Poverty causes mental health issues, and those issues make it even harder to improve financially, leading to more stress and a deeper mental toll. The weight of poverty isn't just about not having enough money, it's about feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and alone. It's about losing hope that things will ever change, and that feeling can stop people from making moves that could actually help them get out of poverty. So, what's the takeaway? Well, your past might still be dictating your financial present, and that's worth taking a look at. Are your spending habits a response to your upbringing? If so, understanding that can be the first step toward making healthier, more intentional money choices. One of the hardest parts about growing up in poverty is how it shapes your self-perception. You knew it. Everyone around you knew it. You couldn't go on vacations like other families, get the latest gadgets, or even eat the same kinds of snacks. It was a constant reminder that you had less, and that awareness can stick with you long after you've managed to escape poverty. Social media, in particular, has made this even worse. It's a non-stop highlight reel of luxurious lifestyles, fancy vacations, and expensive dinners. Seeing that daily can make you feel like you're still not enough, even if your financial situation has improved. It can lead to insecurities, low self-esteem, and dissatisfaction with life, even when you're doing okay financially. For many, Escaping poverty isn't just about making more money. It's about fighting off those lingering feelings of inadequacy. You may constantly feel the need to justify how you spend your money or fear being judged for how you live. These feelings can follow you like a shadow, making it hard to fully enjoy your success or feel like you truly made it. But here's the kicker: adaptability isn't always a blessing. Sure, it can help you deal with stressful situations better than someone who's never faced financial hardship. But at the same time, that constant need to adapt, to survive, puts a strain on your mental and emotional well-being. A study published in Current Directions in Psychological Science highlights this exact issue. While people in poverty can adapt to many of its challenges, the chronic stress that comes with it leaves lasting psychological scars. There are some problems, though, that no amount of adaptability can fix. Let's say you're living in an environment filled with toxins or pollution because you can't afford to move. Or, worse, you fall seriously ill but don't have the money for treatment. And that's where poverty takes an especially harsh toll. Poverty has a way of leaving its mark, especially when it comes to your mindset. If you grew up in a high-crime area, you might find yourself being overly cautious, always on edge, even when you're in a safer environment now. This isn't just paranoia, it's your survival instincts kicking in. But the impact of growing up in poverty runs even deeper than just being cautious. It can affect everything, from how you view yourself to how you approach opportunities in life. One of the biggest factors in this equation: education. For many people raised in poverty, it's not just about getting an education. It's about getting a high-quality education, and that's often out of reach. You could have all the potential in the world, but without access to the right resources, realizing that potential becomes nearly impossible. It's like being asked to run a 100-meter race, but starting 500 meters behind the starting line. When education isn't prioritized or accessible, it puts you at a disadvantage that can follow you for the rest of your life. Poverty makes people less likely to finish school, and even when they do, they're often not set up for success. This can lead to negative attitudes, self-doubt, and self-limiting beliefs. The lack of education doesn't make you dumber by any means, but it can make life feel like a constant uphill battle. And it's not just about knowledge or skills, it's about missing out on opportunities that could have put you on a different path. Another area where poverty leaves a lasting impact is mental health. Growing up without access to health care, especially mental health care, can dramatically change your life. If you didn't get the help you needed as a child, like a diagnosis for ADHD, anxiety, or autism, you may have gone through life thinking there was something wrong with you. For many, not having access to mental health care means never understanding why certain things were so much harder for them than their peers. And when you don't have that understanding, it's easy to blame yourself, which only deepens the psychological scars left by poverty. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section.